All right. Well, here we are on the hour. And so we are delighted to have everybody here for our last summer webinar. So we have done 22 webinars this summer. And so we are just delighted to have Dr. Elise Dengler here with us today and tell us everything there is to know about UAB Dentistry, programs, and what's available. So I am just going to give a little reminder. If you're joining us here on Zoom or on Facebook, you can submit your questions through the Q&A section here or through the comment section on Facebook. If you don't have questions at the moment and you have questions later, what sometimes happens, that's no problem. You can send them to families@uab.edu. And if by any chance you've missed any of our past webinars, they are now on our website, uab.edu/families, under the communications tab under webinars 2026, summer of 2026. So feel free to go back, review them, share them with other family members, other families and students, and then we hope to see everybody here on campus soon. So Dr. Dengler, without any further ado, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you. I didn't know I was the last one, so I guess I've got a reputation to uphold from all the other webinars. As she said, my name is Elise Dengler. I am a general dentist by training. I currently am a full-time faculty member at the School of Dentistry. And I also work in our Office of Academic Affairs within our School of Dentistry. For today, I'm going to give a quick introduction to our school and why people come here as patients, and a couple of different options that we have if you're interested in being a patient. So we are one of the nation's premier dental schools, or at least we think so. There's no official ranking, but we think we're pretty great. We do have our DMD program, which is our traditional 4-year program, but we also offer a DMD PhD, DMD MBA, and other programs, including a DMD MD mostly for the oral surgery track. One of our greatest assets is that we have early, extensive, and broad clinical experiences. So our students are in the clinic doing rotations their first semester. We also have a very good research program here at our school. 2 whole floors of our 8-floor building are dedicated to research. So it's something that is important to us and that we do very well here. We have a supportive student environment, and we do have a lot of community collaboration and service opportunities. In dentistry, that's one of our pillars, is service to the community. And as a school, it's something that's important to us as well. So all of our students get experience with community service rotations. Our kind of tagline is ready day one. So the goal for our students is that when you graduate and you get your degree and you get your license, your first day at work, you are ready to go. If you have any questions about that part of our program, you can go to our website or scan this QR code. I think it works. No one has told me it doesn't work, but if you have issues, you can just go to our website. So why UAB Dentistry? We strive to provide quality, comprehensive general and specialty oral healthcare for you and your family. So what that means is we can see any age of patient and we do almost any procedure in this building. We have some of the best providers, if not in the state, in the whole country or the whole world. And we have state-of-the-art facilities and equipment, and we do up-to-date treatment techniques. Many of our faculty are involved in research, aside from our 2 floors of research that happen upstairs. So we're constantly evolving with the times, learning new things. So here we pretty much do anything that you would need in this building. We do have different clinics within our building. We divide these kind of into 3 main areas. So if you would like to be a patient here, you can select which area works best for you, whether you're going to see a faculty, a resident, or a student. So our 3 options, number 1 is our general dentistry or our student clinic. Beyond that, we have our specialty clinics, which is where residents will see their patients. And then number 3 is a dental faculty practice. That is where our faculty members treat patients. So there's 3 different levels of care that we provide here. A question that we get often is about fees. In general, our student clinic fees are about 50% of what a private practice fee would be, or our faculty practice fee would be. And for residents, they're about 75% of that, so halfway in between. But it does vary based on what procedure, and if you have insurance coverage or not, the fees would be different. So our first option is our student dental clinic. This is our 3rd and 4th year students who are seeing their own patients. They always practice under faculty supervision, so everything that's done gets checked by at least one more set of eyes of a faculty. The cost is the lowest, but the appointment length is a little bit longer. So if you've got lots of time but don't want to spend as much money, this is the best option for you. We do have 2 different clinics that we kind of subdivide for our students. We have an urgent or emergency care clinic and a comprehensive care clinic. Our urgent or emergency care clinic is for dental emergencies. This is a walk-in clinic that's located on the 1st floor of our building. We are open during regular business hours, so we're closed on holidays and weekends and any training days that we may have. If this is something you would like to do, I would check our Facebook. Our social media team will put on Facebook if we've got special training days where we're closed, it will be posted there. There's AM and PM options, but I would suggest if you have an emergency to get here as early as you can, because we see patients in the order in which they arrive. So if you arrive earlier, you'll be seen earlier. This clinic does some limited treatment, but it kind of functions as a triage where we can figure out what you need and then where we can send you within our building to get the best treatment possible. Our comprehensive care clinic is our main clinic for our students. This is a multidisciplinary clinic, meaning we do several types of procedures in this clinic, and it's always supervised by faculty. This includes general and restorative dentistry, and what that means is that we do cleanings, fillings, dentures, and crowns. The students do those treatments themselves. If patients need other types of treatment, we still do that in this building, but we do it in a separate location that kind of specializes in that type of treatment. So if you were to need a root canal, your student could still do your treatment, but we do that in a separate location in this building. The first appointment is always to gather information. So we will take x-rays, we'll do an exam, and if we've got enough time to formulate a plan, we will, because we can't really do anything without a plan. So that's always the first thing that we do when we see new patients. After that, the patients are assigned to a student for any subsequent visit. So the great thing about that is your student is your provider. He or she keeps track of everything you need, keeps up communication, so you're not having to meet someone new every time you come in for a treatment. And our patients love their students. That's part of the reason why I love my job is I love our students. I think they are great. So it's a nice chance for you to also bond with your provider and have an actual relationship with the person who's helping you with your oral health. So if you would like an appointment, you can call that number to get scheduled. Our second option is our specialty clinics. In each of these clinics, the providers are residents. So they are people who have graduated, they have their DMD or DDS or equivalent degree if they're international residents, and they want extra training. So whether that's extra training in general dentistry or extra training to become some type of specialist. We have several different types within our school. We have almost every dental specialty. So if you do end up being seen in a specialty clinic, you'll be seen by a resident, most likely. This is a mid-range in terms of cost and time. And some of our specialty clinics do require a referral. That's because we want to see you, diagnose you first, and make sure you go to the right clinic. It doesn't really help you out if you're running around trying to figure out where to go. So we're just really trying to help you cut down on the time and the confusion so that we can get you to the right place. These are the specialties that we have associated with UAB. We have endodontics, which is root canals, periodontology, which treats gum disease and does implants and other kinds of surgery. Prosthodontics does dentures and crowns and any like really aesthetic work, like veneers, things like that. We have maxillofacial prosthetics, and these are for patients that have a more advanced prosthetic need, like they'll make noses, ears, all sorts of stuff. They actually recently made a prosthetic beak for one of the birds at the zoo. So there's a story about that if you're interested. I'm sure you can look it up on UAB's website, but I thought that was pretty cool. We do have oral maxillofacial surgery. They do tooth extractions and implants as well. So there is some crossover between periodontology and surgery. We have orthodontics, which is braces, pediatrics, which is children's dentistry, and then we do have an advanced general dentistry program here, but that's located in the hospital. So they mostly treat medically compromised patients. So really, we can do most everything here in the school. Some of our faculty are general dentists, but some of them are also specialists. So whatever clinic you're in, you're going to see you're going to see a student or a resident, and then there will always be a faculty there who's specialized in that area of care. Our third option is faculty practice, and these are where faculty members see their own patients. This is the highest in terms of cost, but will be the shortest in terms of time. So this is most analogous to what you may be used to if you go to the dentist. It's a quicker appointment, but it is going to cost a little bit more. If you are interested, you can call. It's called the UAB Dental Group. That's the phone number. And we, again, do most things. We have hygienists who do our cleanings. We do fillings, crowns, implants, cosmetic things. We treat gum disease. We do braces. So every specialty in our school has residents, but we also have faculty, as I mentioned before. And faculty will see their own patients. So we do it all here. So if you can just get to our building, we can direct you to the right place. We do have a fourth option that I didn't mention because it's kind of a niche option. It is our student dental health program that we have. I say that it's niche because it's only available to students in the School of Dentistry, Nursing, Medicine, and Optometry. Our students are required to have some form of dental insurance coverage. So if they don't have it from their parents or their spouse or just by choice, they can join our student dental health program. So students are automatically enrolled, and if they have proof of insurance, they can unenroll from this program. It is somewhat limited in scope. They offer cleanings and fillings and can make referrals if needed. One benefit of this program, though, is that it's after hours. So it's on, I think, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And Thursdays, I see on my slide, from 5 to 7. So if this is something that you or your student is interested in, you can reach out to Miss Angela and she can provide more information. But that clinic is run by one of our faculty members, and then we have residents that staff it. So students may kind of work in that clinic, but they don't actually treat patients. It's a resident treating patients. In terms of payments and insurance, we accept cash, check, and credit card. We are only in network with 2 providers. So we are preferred providers for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama and MetLife. We do also see some Medicaid and Medicare patients, depending on what type of coverage you may have. So what that means is we have a direct relationship with those insurance companies and those insurance programs. So we can kind of bill them directly. So if you have insurance that is out of network, you can still come here. Everyone's plan is different. So if you've got questions, you should ask your insurance company, or we do have a billing office that can help. But you can still come here and you still may be able to use your benefits, but you have to pay us for your treatment. We will file the claim, and then your insurance company will pay you directly. So we're kind of a middleman there, but we accept any patient who wants to come see us. One issue that we have downtown, it's not just us, it's everywhere downtown, is parking. We do have our own parking lot. We don't own it, but we luckily have access to it. So if you are going to come here for your first visit and you're not sure where to park, you can try this parking lot first. It is on 7th Avenue South, so it's just 1 block away from our school. And there is a reduced cost. So if you've got an appointment with us, you can park there, and on the way out, get a code that will make the parking a little bit cheaper for you. There's also a University Boulevard parking deck that is 2 blocks away from our school. There's no special price there. It's just whatever the price is based on how long you stay. There are some public transportation options if that seems interesting to you. There is street parking. So that is a little bit of a battle no matter when you come downtown, no matter where you're going. Parking can be a challenge, but we're doing what we can to try and help. But there are more options on our website if those don't work out for you. We have several patients that are employees or students, so they just walk to their appointments, and that's really convenient as well. I mentioned research before, but I wanted to talk about it because we do have an excellent research program here, and I don't think many people know about it. We have master's degrees. Some of our students come here just to get their master's in whatever program of study. And then some of our residents and specialty programs will go on to get a master's degree with their specialty certificate. We also have DMD PhD programs. So if research is interesting to you, this may be the place for you. Not all of it is about teeth specifically. There's, I think, six. Oh, wait, there are 5 different themes of research here, and they're all maybe somewhat related to oral health. But you do not have to be a dentist. You don't have to be a dental student to participate in research here. We do have research partnerships, and every year we have a scholar symposium where our students and our residents will present their research. So if you're interested, you can go to the website and learn more. I'm not heavily involved with research here, so I don't know all the details, but if you're interested, our website does have more information. We are on social media. So if you want more information or you want to see what we're up to, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also do have a LinkedIn account, but that's a little bit more geared towards dental professionals and not so much the general public. So our Instagram account and our Facebook account are for patients. It can be informational. As I said, if we're closed, we'll post it on Facebook. Or it could be, hey, we have this great student. We want you to hear more about her. Or look at the research that we're doing here. It's really cool. So those are ways that you can get more information about us if you are interested. Are there any questions?
Well, at this time, we're waiting for some questions. Again, family members, if you are joining us on Facebook, you can put your questions in the Q&A section. If you're on Facebook, you can put it in the comment section. And so while we wait for some questions, if a student, a UAB student, regular student, needs to make an appointment, how long can they expect to wait? And if they have an emergency, what would be your recommendation for them to seek care?
Yeah. So I'll start with the emergency question. Our walk-in clinic is open while we're open. It's on the first floor and it's a walk-in basis, so there's no appointments for that. It's hard to predict how busy we'll be on any given day, but we try to see all the patients that walk in before a reasonable time. So if you walk in at 4:30 and we close at 5, we probably can't see you that day. The hospital residents we do have on call. So if someone like falls and breaks a tooth on a Saturday, you can go to the emergency room and they can page the dental resident on call because sometimes that happens. In terms of being a regular patient here, we always start with our screening appointment or our treatment planning appointment. That there's a phone number on that slide that you can call to make the appointment. And I'm not sure at this time how far out we are booking for that, but I would say less than 2 weeks to get the appointment. But the first appointment is for us to gather information. So we generally don't actually do any sort of treatment for kind of our regular patients. But if someone like needs something today, we do have the emergency clinic. That's a walk-in basis.
Thank you. That's great to know. If a student has braces and they've had their orthodontist at home, can they transfer their regular checkups here? Is that going to be covered by the UAB health insurance, or how would that work?
I am not sure specifically with orthodontics. I think it kind of depends on the office where you start. I would assume that it has something to do with collections and treatment planning philosophy because not everyone does everything the same. So I think that would be an individual kind of like case by case question. But if you call the orthodontic clinic, I'm sure they can help figure that out. So I think it's possible, but I think it's a highly individualized person to person answer.
No, that's right. And then families can also call their home-based orthodontist to check and see what would they also recommend, because maybe appointments are far apart, and also checking over here in case their student needs some help. I'm not seeing any questions at this time, but again, families, as you get ready to transition your student, if any questions come to mind, you can always send them to families@uab.edu, and then we will send those over to dentistry. If you're on campus and you just want to know where dentistry is, if you go towards the 20th, and it's the parking lot is right in the middle, so there's Arby's and all those fast food places, and the parking lot is right there, and so it's conveniently located. There's also ways your student can get out, and that'll drop them kind of in the corner.
Yeah, we're on the bus route.
Yes, so
Pink and silver and blue.
yes. So it's pretty convenient for your students. So again, if you have any questions later, because I'm not seeing any right now, make sure you can send them to us at families@uab.edu, and we will share them with the School of Dentistry. And so are there any last minute things that you would remind students, whether they're coming in as freshmen into campus or family members, that they need to bring with them if they're coming regarding their dental health, or ways in which to stay healthy throughout their experience?
Not that I can think of specifically. I think just more so being mindful of what you're eating, what you're drinking, making sure that if you're gonna drink sodas or energy drink or anything like that, you drink it really quickly, and drink some water afterwards. But if you all need anything, we're here for you. If you
Yes,
forgot
thank
something,
you.
or we can always help.
And I think, like with anything health related and wellness related, your dental hygiene and dental health is very important. So as students transition and they're not at home, they're now taking care of themselves on their own. Those may be reminders to give students. So
Yeah.
again, I don't see any questions at this time, but I want to thank Dr. Dengler and thank her for being our last presenter. It's been a wonderful summer, and we are delighted that we put the cherry on our webinars with the School of Dentistry. So thank you, everybody, and thank you so much. And please stay tuned for fall webinars, because we will be having a couple of those fall webinars, especially as students transition into campus, and especially as they prepare to go home for the holidays, as to how you can work with your students when they come at those critical moments in their collegiate experience. So thank you, everybody, and we will be back with more webinars in the fall. And thank you for joining us, Dr. Dengler. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Thank you.